Recognizing wood's superior qualities and honoring the millennial tradition of woodworking craftsmanship in Turkey, Vicem Yachts proudly continues to utilize traditional boat-building methods with a contemporary twist. The method by which Vicem builds its vintage line yachts is called the cold-molded method. This process involves layers of thin veneers oriented at different angles to be glued up over a mold. The glue in this case is a specially formulated epoxy resin. The marriage of engineered wood with formulated resins yields a hull that is much lighter, much stronger, and more durable than a traditionally built boat. There are two basic reasons for this. First, wood is a very strong material. However, this strength is unidirectional, meaning that you can easily bend the wood in one direction, but it would break if you try to bend it in the other direction. Binding together several layers of wood at 90-degree angles makes the hull much stronger in terms of dealing with the complex set of forces in effect on a boat. Second, preventing the hull from absorbing more moisture than necessary is crucial in a wooden boat. Many woods are 2 or even 3 times stronger when dry than they are when saturated with moisture. The cold molded system aims to keep the wood dry. The epoxy soaks deep into the wood, thereby sealing it from moisture and oxygen. Keeping the water out means no swelling and no rotting. The glued joints are firmly bonded for long periods of time. In Vicem, the construction of a vintage line yacht begins by developing a 3D model to define the shape of the yacht. The model is converted into CNC code, allowing the templates and jigs to be machined and assembled more accurately and quickly than traditionally lofted hull shapes. The keel is built by laminating multiple layers of mahogany. The mahogany, sapele, and util woods used in the production of Vicem yachts come from managed forests in Africa and South America. The stem post is fabricated on a specially designed template and joined with the keel. Plywood templates for each frame are set up on the keel. These are joined by the laminated chine clamp and longitudinal battens to form the basic shape of the boat. Frames are laminated and clamped in place according to the templates. The frames take the required form overnight. Having been laminated to its final form, the transom is joined with the rest of the hull. Chine clamp, sheep clamp, spray rail, and stiffeners are installed. With the yacht's hull almost structurally complete, the temporary frames are not needed any longer. The deck beams are laminated and secured to their places. With the bulkheads already built and engine girders in place, it is time to plank the hull shell. The hull shell consists of 4 multi-directional plies of selected mahogany or sapele. The first layer is adhered to the frames, keel, chine clamp, and shear clamp at an angle of -45 degrees with galvanized boat nails and saturated with epoxy. The second layer, which is applied at an angle of 45 degrees, and the third layer that is applied at an angle of -45 degrees, are fastened and bonded with epoxy and stainless steel staples. The fourth and final layer is fastened via epoxy and stainless steel strap and staples that are removed, leaving behind a smooth hull that is ready to receive the final epoxy and e-glass sheathing or covering. The final step in the structural construction is the full coating of the bilge areas, engine room, and all exterior surfaces of the hull with a 10-ounce e-glass cloth and epoxy resin. Once the hull shell is formed and completed, the deck sheathing can commence. Thin layers of plywood are laminated and mechanically fastened to form the deck, cabin house, and superstructure. To achieve a mirror-like finish, undercoating, epoxy fairing, longboard and machine sanding, and multiple coats of epoxy primer and polyurethane paint are applied. Now, the yacht is ready for other craftsmen such as cabinet makers, plumbers, and mechanics to get to work on the other equally important components of a Vicem vessel. The result of this labor-intensive, time-consuming, and meticulous work is a masterpiece with a unique personality that features all the advantages of a laminated wooden hull, such as natural insulating properties for sound and humidity. It is also stronger than standard fiberglass in traditionally built wooden yachts.